Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
First carry for Peyton Barber. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Switch it. Wait. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. I got one. Shit. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
On 2nd down now. It's Barber. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, Winston. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Check. Watch the game. Alpha.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
Yeah, baby.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
50, plant. 50, hey, Haywood.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll look to throw here. He gets it to Brown, complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also working that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
We own it. We own it. Rush in. Rush in.
Bravo.
Rush in. 6 guys.
80 weapon. Deep grip.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Yes. Hey, box drop.
Out. Kill.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December
more football
early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
They go play action. Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, Barber. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long for Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Ready? White 25.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Draw play, Winston to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bucks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1 from the shotgun to give to Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Play action now, Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Look at me, zipper.
Don't get nervous. Mike 36. Mike 36.
He'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
56 to Mike. Check 56.
Here's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pull it high. Go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half #1.
Ready. 8, read.
6. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He don't know no better. Mike,
Hey, exit.
Mike, front forward.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Nelson Aguilar. Incomplete.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Tighten up.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 6. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now Joe Mixon. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set up. 70, Indy. Hey, Charlie.
You better be afraid of me. Line 36. Line 36. Hey, that's good. Hey.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Kill, kill.
Let go.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And taken right at the 35.
At the 43-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. 56. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Winston is going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Set, ready? 30 base.
54. Line 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Set up.
Mixon with it. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hey.
36. Nice, sweetheart. Watch 36.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Gets through, and now an opening. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
Ready?
And the ball smacked dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Stop your whining. Go. Ringo. Hey. High 7. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
2nd and 10. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Set. 10 Lobo. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Bravo. 45 the mark.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Yeah, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Line 36. Line 30. Hey, echo. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Watch 36. 36. All day. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 52.
Again, it's Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The pickup there, 5 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check 24, check 24. Check 37, check 37. Let him go.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
You ain't doing nothing today.
This is Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? Who ready? Mike 56.
Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Buccaneers, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
dance when I'm got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, to the